out if you close your eyes.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about comparing the JACLYN Hill Favorites brush set from Morphe to the current JACLYN Hill X Morphe brush collection. So they are the black handled set, which is the favorites, which is a couple years old, and then the brand new JACLYN Hill collection, and they are very, very similar. Very, very similar. I feel like it's kind of controversial how much they are similar, but one came in this packaging and then she created this one, which is absolutely stunning for her brand new collection. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to show you some major differences and similarities between the two sets, and I'm going to tell you if it was worth it for me to buy the brand new set when I already had the old set. So let's just get into the video.
It's been years since I had a change. Always a watch out. Lighter to the gasoline. Oh, couldn't hold me. Now I'm living better days. Hot chick in a black Corvette.
I have been wanting to do this video for a long time. So I bought the JACLYN Hill Favorites brush set. It's been a few years now and I have really loved them. And then whenever I went to purchase the JACLYN Hill X Morphe brush set, I bought these because it was, you know, my passion for JACLYN Hill that was like screaming to make me do it, because I love her and I trust her products and I trust what she sells. But then I really got to thinking about it because I received the brush set and I already knew what was in it because I watched her in-depth video. But I realized quickly that a lot of these brushes are the same, but then there's also brushes that are very different. So I feel like the reason why I want to do this video is because I want to let you guys know if it's worth it. If you've already had the JACLYN Hill favorites, like, I kind of want to give you the rundown on like what's the main differences and like just give you the 411. So I am going to, instead of going through every single brush and like giving you all this information that you don't need, I'm just going to give you basic like things to note that make the brush sets different, and then I'll probably explain a little bit of the same stuff. And I'm going to show you a few brushes that I hand selected so that you can tell like the big difference in a few of them that I think are notably different. So I'm just gonna run through the brushes and let you know which ones they are really quickly and just like what she says in general that she uses them for. I'm just going to explain these to you with the exact wording that she put in her description for what she uses them for. So I'm going to tell you what they are and what she uses them for very quickly. This is the 439 foundation brush. This is the E8 small foundation brush, but I also use this for under eye concealer. This is the E41 powder brush. This is the R2 bronzer brush. This is the R10 contour brush. The M530 blush and contour brush. The M437 round contour. The M438 under eye brush. The M510 highlight. The E47 awkward eye brush is what she described it as. And then the E36 small round crease. The M432 definer brush. The M213 tiny brow bone highlight. The E18 inner corner highlight. The M506 tiny blending brush right here. E17 small round blending. The M504 big fat black blending brush. The R37 transition blending brush. The M513 smaller transition blending. The M518 white hair rounded blending brush. The M441 transition blending, the M573 Big Fat White Blending Brush, and finally the M433 Smaller Outer Corner Blending Brush. So that is all of the brushes from her first kit that was just a set that Morphe combined to sell to her subscribers and anyone that was interested. And it came in this brush box so that you can travel with it. And all of that was $155. And at the time, she also had a discount code for 15% off. So I got 15% off of $155. So that is everything from that brush set. So there are some brushes that are significantly different, and I think you can kind of see that from where I am showing you, but I'm just going to pick out a couple that are really important to note, and I'm just going to let you know some other important facts to consider whenever you're comparing these brush sets, so that way you know, like, was it worth it for me to buy this brush set when I already had this brush set? And like, is her brush set really everything that she says that it is? And, you know, I love JACLYN Hill, so this is definitely not a shading her kind of video because I love her, and honestly, I think that these brushes are just absolutely stunning. I really love them. So I am very happy that I purchased these brushes. I think that they're going to stay a lot cleaner and a lot nicer than what these brushes did, and they definitely are more aesthetic. Like, these brushes are a combination of from different sets. So like, there's rose gold sets, there's white natural hair, and they just kind of lumped a bunch of them together. This is a very clean, nice, well put together set. Not that that's a huge difference, but they definitely stay cleaner than these. I will show you. The ends got very, I don't know if you can tell, but just any powder or foundation would just completely stick to these brushes. And whenever I would put them in this carrying case, they would all get all kinds of messy, and these don't clean up very well. I tried scrubbing them with makeup brush cleaner and everything, and it's just very hard to get that stuff off. So I'm very happy that these are going to be easier to keep clean, and I just think that they're going to keep nicer. So that's a big reason why I bought them, because these brushes were getting very old and very dirty, and they weren't as easy to work with. But I mean, should I have bought them if I already had these? Probably not. But I love JACLYN Hill and support her, and I wanted these brushes for myself, and that's why I got them. Sorry that my hair is a mess. I just haven't had time to do it, and I'm in the process of getting ready, and I wanted to get ready using some of these brushes so I could show you a comparison of a couple of them, and that is what we're going to dive into right now. The first thing I want to note is that the first set, the favorite set that is in all black, has 23 brushes for $155, like I said. Her master collection, the white set that is brand new, is 24 brushes for $165. So the first brush that I am going to talk about is the foundation brush, because this is the one from the favorites and this is the brand new one. So JACLYN Hill said that she basically just, when creating these brushes, sometimes she kept the same brushes and same ideas from Morphe, and she just changed like the handle or changed like subtle differences, like that way it just feels the most comfortable in your hand, and like changed the length of some bristles and stuff like that. She mentions some of these changes in her video where she discusses them, but then there's some other things that she doesn't mention, and I just want to mention as well. So one of the things that she mentioned, before I get into showing you the brushes performance that I've chosen, I want to also mention these brushes. So this is the big powder brush, and this is the big powder brush from her two kits. In her description, she talks about this brush, and she was talking about how she created it, and she never mentioned how similar this one was to this brush, and I just wanted to mention that I feel like these brushes are very, very similar. This is the E41 and this is the JH01, and I just think that these are so similar. But she also had mentioned that she wasn't fixing some stuff that wasn't broken, but when she was talking about this specific brush, she did not mention that it was modeled after this one or anything like that. But I mean, she did make a disclaimer in the beginning, so I don't really know about that thought process, but I just wanted to point out I'm pretty sure those are very much the exact same brush. The handles are the biggest difference, and there may be a little bit of a difference with like the amount of bristle count. I'm not exactly sure, but they both feel very similar, very luxurious, and very full and thick for all over the face powder, and I use it every single day. So I'm excited to start using this one more often and see if there's a big difference. I've used it once already and I love it. It's very, very, very soft, but I feel like so was the other one, so not a big difference there. And then for this one, I think that these brushes are so daggone similar. There's a difference in the handle, but in her previous video, she said that she used this brush for all over the face foundation. She wanted to get more detailed, and she said Lipstick Nick showed her that. And then for this brush, which I think is just so similar, she said that this is what she uses for under eye concealer. So she says like there are some differences in the uses from then to now, which there's bound to be because things in makeup have changed. And then I think this one's a little bit more flat topped than this one is. Very, very similar. This brush is so different. I didn't know what it was. She talked about this. She thinks that this is perfect for all over the face powder, a light subtle blush, and also like a light subtle contour. It's just very feathery. She's very proud of this brush. So that is something that is different in this kit that she came out with specifically. She also mentioned and talked very, very highly of this brush. This is the JH05, and it is very, very soft. She said that this is the best contour brush she has ever used in her life. She is the most proud of this specific brush from her collection, she said, and there is not another brush like this in her kit from the previous collection. The only things that were somewhat similar were these two brushes, but I really do think that this one is the most different. This one is definitely more compact, and then this one has more thickness than this one. This brush is very different from anything in her other kit too. This is what she said is the perfect blush brush, but this is the one that she said was for blush and contouring. So, and I use this for under the eyes more. So I'm very glad that she included this brush. That's different in this set. And then this is the exact same brush in both. And there's a lot of eye brushes that are the same. The two that I noticed that are majorly different are these two brushes. She explained that for this brush in particular, she said, I have made the perfect brush that everybody needs. This is for packing on pigments and colors to the eyelid, and it is for spraying some Fix Plus on it, and that is what she created specifically in this brush eye master collection that she did not have in the favorites bundle. There's honestly really not anything quite like this. There's nothing this flat, so that is definitely something different. This brush is one that she also did differently. There's nothing really like it in her old kit. This brush is the JH37, and it is a pencil brush for smoking out the eye, and I would assume under eye area. So this is for a smoky eye, and she did not have that in her other collection. So I think for the most part, those are the major brushes that are different, and those are the things that are notably different. I am just going to be doing my own makeup, and some things will be on camera to compare the brushes, and then other things will be off camera so that you don't have to be bored watching my makeup routine. So on this half of my face, I'm using the JACLYN Hill X Morphe brushes, and on this half of the face, I'm using her favorites collection. terrible difference between the eyes. I don't know if you guys can tell better, like maybe you do think that this one looks a little bit better. I think it might be a little bit more defined on the pigment. Okay, so I just put on eyeliner and mascara to complete my look. I'm going to set my face with the MAC Fix Plus really quickly. So let's take a look at my overall face up close and personal. So here is this side. This side was done with the JACLYN X Morphe. And this side was done with the JACLYN Hill Favorites Brush Collection. And this is my entire face. I feel like it's all blended together fairly well. That was my hope and that was my goal. I don't know how much of a difference you guys see, so please let me know down below what you think. Do you think I'm crazy for buying both brush sets? Honestly, I already know. I do seem crazy for doing that because it's honestly a lot of money, but I love makeup so much and I love supporting my girl JACLYN. She has been a ride or die since I was watching her with like red hair. I saw her before she had red hair. Like, I was with her the whole entire way. And my cousin had like showed me her really early on when we were really young, and I just love her so much. So shout out to her and congratulations on this successful stuff that she has been doing. But other than that, I hope that you guys enjoyed this comparison. I guess the only other thing I have to leave you with is, do I think it was worth it for me to buy her new brush set? For me, I probably could have gotten by with buying single brushes that are noticeably different, because the few that I showed you are the ones that I feel like make the collections different. So I probably did not need to buy the whole thing. I think just getting the Face Master set and then maybe getting this like compacting brush, maybe that would have been a better deal for me. But I really love the whole entire collection and I really wanted the whole thing. So I am really happy. I think it was worth it for me to buy it because that is what I wanted and I really love it. And I think that it is so much better than the JACLYN Hill Favorites collection. I think that Morphe does a beautiful job with their brushes, but I truly feel that these brushes just are so much higher quality. I can tell JACLYN worked hard on them. Some of them are the exact same thing, but I can definitely tell an improved quality, especially in the bristles. So I just want to let you guys know, you know, if you're gonna buy a set, I don't even think that they offer the JACLYN Hill Favorites anymore, but if you're gonna buy a set, definitely buy her collection. And she splits them off really nicely too, so if you just want eyes or if you just want face, you can do those kits and not the full entire thing. So that is why I absolutely love her collection. I think it's amazing, and I just wanted to show you guys a comparison because I have been really thinking about it a lot lately because I have both and I just didn't really know if there was a video out there that really did that. So I wanted to create it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.